Hello dear students, let's start a new chapter number 8D, study of compounds sulfuric acid. This chapter from class 10th in subject chemistry. Let's open your chemistry book and come on the page number 214 and let's start the introduction about this chapter. So sulfuric acid, the formula of the sulfuric acid is H2SO4. H2SO4. In the sulfuric acid, the ionic bond, covalent bonds and coordinate bonds, all three types of the bonds are present in the sulfuric acid. Let's see the structure of the sulfuric acid is 4 oxygens, 2 oxygens here, 2 oxygens here. So one coordinate bond here, one coordinate bond here, one covalent bond here, one covalent bond here, and one ionic bond with hydrogen and oxygen and another ionic bond with hydrogen and oxygen. So all three types of the bonds are present in the sulfuric acid H2SO4. The molecular weight of sulfuric acid is 98. How? H2SO4. So 2 plus 32 plus 4 into 16. 4 oxygens, 4 into 16. 2 plus 32 plus 64. So after adding all of these, 98. So molecular weight of the sulfuric acid is 98 and the formula of sulfuric acid is H2SO4. It is a strong acid. Sulfuric acid, it is the most important of all the acids in the points of, in the view of industries and in the laboratory. So there are many uses of the sulfuric acid in industries and also in the laboratories. And sulfuric acid, the amount of the sulfuric acid and the prosperity of the country is decided by the use of the sulfuric acid by that country. So it is said that material prosperity of a country may be determined by the amount of sulfuric acid consumed by that country. So the prosperity, material prosperity of any country, that can be determined by the amount of sulfuric acid used by that country. So it is a very important acid. Now, in almost all industries, sulfuric acid is used directly or indirectly. Also, sulfuric acid is used in the laboratory. So, sulfuric acid is called the king of chemical, because almost in all industries, sulfuric acid is used directly or indirectly by that industries. That's why the sulfuric acid is called the king of chemicals. So what is the name of king of chemical? That is sulfuric acid. Chemical name of king of chemical is sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Now in the 8th century AD, sulfuric acid was obtained by distillation of green vitriol. The formula of green vitriol is FeSO4 7H2O. Its appearance is green, so it's called the green vitriol, FeSO4.7H2O. And by the distillation of alum, KAlSO4 twice dot 12H2O. That is the formula of alum. That means potassium aluminum sulfate decahydrate. That is alum. So by the distillation of green vitriol and alum, we can obtain the sulphuric acid in the scientists obtained the sulphuric acid in the 8th century AD. Now pure sulphuric acid is called isle of vitriol because the appearance of sulphuric acid is oily and the presence of sulphuric acid is vitreous. That means it is a glassy substance like ferrous sulfate, alum, etc. Vitreous means it is a hard, transparent, gaseous substance. Transparent gaseous substance is called the vitreous. And oily appearance. So oily appearance and vitreous appearance. So sulphuric acid is called the isle of vitriol. Vitriol, that means hard, transparent, glass-like substance. Occurrence of the sulphuric acid. Sulphuric acid occurs in free form and also in the combined form with other metals. So in the free form, sulphuric acid is found in some of the hot springs. Hot springs having some amounts of the sulphuric acid in free form. Now in the combined forms, it is found in the form of metal sulfate. So in the combined form, it is found in the form of metal sulfate, such as barium sulfate, BaSO4. It is also called the barite. Barium sulfate is called the barites, BaSO4. Calcium sulfate is called the gypsum. The formula of the gypsum is CaSO4.2H2O. Magnesium sulfate is called the cassiterite. Common name of the magnesium sulfate is cassiterite, MgSO4.1H2O. Alum, it is the aluminum and potassium sulfate. Aluminum and potassium sulfate. That's 2H2O. So in the combined state, sulphuric acid is found in the form of metal sulfate such as barium sulfate, BaSO4, barites. Calcium sulfate, the common name of calcium sulfate is gypsum, CaSO4.2H2O. Calcium sulfate, the common name of calcium sulfate is cassiterite, MgSO4.H2O. And alum, the chemical formula of the alum is potassium aluminum sulfate dot 2H2O. So in the combined state, generally sulphuric acid is found in the metal sulfate form. Now the next topic is preparation of sulphuric acid. Now this topic, preparation of sulphuric acid, is not included in your chapter. In this year, that topic is removed from your chemistry book and in this chapter, sulphuric acid chapter. But as a point of importance, view of importance, this is necessary for you to study about the preparation of sulphuric acid, because the preparation of sulphuric acid is helpful to you in the coming next topic, that is in the chemical properties of the sulphuric acid. So the preparation of sulphuric acid is not included in your chapter, in this chapters for this year, but as a point of, as a view of importance, I included in this video. So let's see how to prepare the sulphuric acid. By dissolving sulfur trioxide in water, SO3, sulfur trioxide, when dissolved in the water, then it form the sulfuric acid H2SO4. Let's see the reaction. SO3, sulfur trioxide, when dissolved in the water, it form the sulfuric acid H2SO4. Now the second method for the preparation of sulfuric acid is by the oxidation of an aqueous solution of sulfur dioxide. So sulfur dioxide SO2, aqueous solution of sulfur dioxide H2O and SO2. The oxidation of sulfur dioxide in the presence of air in the atmosphere, and we can get the sulfuric acid H2SO4. So the oxidation of aqueous solution of sulfuric acid by atmospheric oxygen. By the atmospheric oxygen, let's see the reactions SO2, H2O by the atmospheric oxygens to form the sulfuric acid. Now the next, the oxidation by halogens. Halogens, as you know, that the elements present in the 17th group of the periodic tables are called the halogen elements, halogen group elements, such as fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodines. So when sulfur dioxide oxidized, aqueous solution of sulfur dioxide oxidized with by chlorines or bromine, then it formed the sulfuric acid H2SO4 and also form the HCl, hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid is more volatile than the sulfuric acid. So hydrochloric acid becomes vaporized and the remaining solution is the sulfuric acid, which we can get obtained. So when sulfur dioxide, aqueous solution of sulfur dioxide is oxidized by the chlorine, then we can get the sulfuric acid H2SO4. Next, by oxidation of sulfur with hot concentrated nitric acid. Hot concentrated nitric acid. So concentrated nitric acid is a more oxidizing agent than the sulfur. So nitric acid gives the oxygens and the sulfur get oxidized into the sulfuric acid. Let's see the reaction. So when nitric acid reacts with sulfur to form the sulfuric acid, nitrogen dioxide and H2O. So here the nitric acid behave as a oxidizing agent and nitric acid oxidizes the sulfur. So this is all about the introduction of sulfuric acid and their preparations. The preparation of sulfuric acid is not included in your chapter for this year, but the view of importance, you can study about the preparation of sulfuric acid. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.